Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Come bearing gifts. Rental shoes. We were getting rid of these, and they're not up to our stringent standards. But I figured, hold on, let me pop this bag open. We're gonna throw these in the dumpster. Yeah, I mean, they need a little bit of cleaning on the bottom, but I mean, they're still in amazing shape. So, one man's trash is another bowling center's treasure. And we have 3 bags on this trip. They got 3 last week and 2 the week before. So we are, our trash is restocking their entire rental shoe inventory. Yeah, free. Free is a pretty nice price. Free 99. Oh, you know how I made that like circuit box jumper out of that cannon plug I got from Mouser? Well, and how I was so excited, like, I'll never lose this. Guess what? It's gone. The carabiner crapped out, and $80 part down the drain. Retro. So let's get our jumper installed here. It is a little dim. There we go. That'll work. Shaky cameraman. So the issue, really the complaint on this one is intermittent. Failed to trigger or failed to cycle. So let's turn it on and see what happens when we push the rear mechanics reset button. That seems okay so far. I've only cycled it 2 times. Well, we have cycled this repeatedly off camera for about 5 minutes, and I haven't seen any instance of failure or hesitation as far as the cycle solenoid and the gearbox linkage on the side here. I did hear something going on with pins as they're being set onto the lane. It almost sounds like one is dropping a little heavily onto the pin deck. My guess with that is that we probably have a deck roller going out somewhere. So let's watch our moving deck assembly while it sets pins. Maybe we can figure out what that noise is. Didn't happen that time. Let's watch it again. No, it didn't happen that time either. Weird. Maybe I'm hearing something incorrectly. Nah, that might have been it. Base ring starting to separate. Anyhow, I digress. Let's go check the ball detectors, because obviously the rear reset button, cycle solenoid, and time delay module relay contact points seem good. So let's go check scoring system input. So our ball detector adjustment looks pretty good. The kickback mount block here is a little bit, oops, I accidentally flipped everybody off. It's a little bit loose. Probably not terrible, but not awesome either. I don't really think that that's going to be the problem. With that being loose, you may get multiple cycles or cycling when it's not supposed to. So let's say somebody throws the ball on lane number 4 over here really hard, and it might cause lane 3 to cycle simultaneously. I've turned it on. I've tripped the beam a few times. I didn't do it on camera because it's kind of noisy, right? But I'm going to turn it on and do it again at least once on camera. So I haven't found any failures yet. So let's take a look up inside of this circuit box real quick. Install technicians like to use Scotch locks. They're kind of notorious failure points. We had one similar to this a few months ago where we were chasing down an intermittent issue and it turned out to be a bad Scotch lock. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of, so we've got, if I remember off the top of my head, white and green are for cycle and red and black are for power. So we've got green right here. Let's go ahead and give that a little wiggle. I'm not sure where white is off the top of my head. It's hiding around in here somewhere. Black, red, green. Don't worry, this, oh, it's back here. The breaker is off. Here's white, hiding over here. Let's wiggles on white, wiggles on green. Make sure we're clear of the ball detector beam, and yeah, it just clicked. Start it back up, and do it again. Trip the beam. It still cycles. So I don't know what it might be. I know that I haven't found it yet. So if anybody's curious, jiggling the wires is a NASA approved troubleshooting technique. Go ahead and look it up. Pat, I heard that thump again, and it set our head pin off spot. Remember to turn it off before you reach in there. Is this the one with our busted base ring? No. So what's going on with our number one pin here? Breaker off. Need my light. Yeah, I don't know. Don't see anything obvious in there. Maybe some bent spotting finger. Ever so slightly. Or a sticky deck chute. I don't know. That's a side quest. Well, we've been here for about 20 minutes just tripping this ball detect beam. And not seeing anything wrong, so I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. We're gonna jump on to the next thing. Well, the next thing on our list is lane number 12, and the note on the board says that it's getting a lot of 180 calls. So we're going to cycle it a little bit and observe. Well, I wasn't seeing anything here on this lane with lots of 180 calls, but I decided, let me stop the machine, let's set the thing down at 270 and jump in there. We'll take a good close look. Can you see that? Do you need a little more light? Where can I put my light up here? That's the pin release lever and interlock probe bracket wiggling all around. It's not supposed to do that. Let's get it from a better angle here. So we don't know if we have missing hardware or broken hardware, but this is probably what's doing it. Need to see if I can get the camera in there and get a good angle of it. It's gonna be easier said than done, but yeah, there is a bolt. You see the bolt head down there? So we've got a bolt there, and we've got a bolt up top, Missing one there. I'm gonna see if I can find 3 new bolts. I'm not sure I would trust these to tighten down sufficiently without breaking. So this would be a good call for new hardware. They've got a cotter pin in there instead of a set screw. That, I think, is the least of our problems, right? That's a minor offense in this egregious situation. Cool, they have some. These are 1/4 by 1 inch, if anybody is curious. They don't have any lock washers, so we're gonna reuse the old ones. We don't really have any choice. I think I broke my ratchet. It didn't have that much weeble wobble in it before. That's too bad. This is another really great area for a little tiny stubby. Pretty tight squeeze in here. Oh yeah, that bolt is broken off in the turret ring. I tried to thread a new bolt in there, and it got about a half a thread turn on it. So yeah, I don't know if we're gonna go full bolt extraction mode on this thing, or you know, compromise a little bit. We've gotten everything back together and tightened down. I did not get it all on camera. I'm running out of storage capacity on my phone. I have a whole bunch of old videos I need to get rid of, but so we're trying to keep it as short as possible. We are going to have to put a bookmark in that one. Yes, it has a broken stud in the turret ring. You know, we've got 2 brand new bolts, one lower middle and another one up there. So it's torqued down really good. I mean, this bolt was loose through here, but we are nice and tight, except for that one missing bolt. We're not going to do that today. We can put a bookmark in there and address the issue at a later date. The thing is, we've got like 3 or 4 other things to look at, and if this thing happens to be running flawlessly now, then we will address those more important things. And then as time permits, or when we can maybe schedule some time to come in and do this specific project, we can pull the turret basket and the turret ring out and extract that broken stud. But we're not going to do it today. We're almost there. We do have an issue here. This particular pin position, the pin is riding up against the halo ring. It's only on this one position. There's nothing else. Everything else looks good. But these turret wires, the inside turret wires, this little flat edge here appears to be longer than any other position. So let's see if we can loosen this up and seat it appropriately. Wow, that's crazy. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting maybe it was broken, but yeah, no, we've legitimately got an issue with this inner turret wire here. Let's go see if we can swap it out with a different one. We'll go look at it in the workshop. Yeah, check this out. So the one on the right is what came off of the machine. The one on the left is a different one. Look at the height difference on that. Crazy. Okay, well, so we're gonna take this one back out to the machine, and this one maybe we throw it in the garbage. I think that's gonna do it for this one. So goofy turret wire and loose bracket for the pin release lever. So cool, looks good. On to the next thing. All right, what is this one? 17 5-pin turret indexing issue. So let's turn it on and watch it run. Well, the gearbox clutch is kind of gross. Another one. can't see anything. We need more light on it. That one looked good. I don't know. Run it till it fails. Whoa. Something over here made a poppy grindy sound. I don't know. It startled me for sure. Crazy. Back to the issue at hand. There's our straggler. Yeah, I don't see anything. Well, that was a weird one. As I was cycling the machine, it stopped early. That's not good. We got our belt back on. Let's fire this thing back up. Yeah. It's not awesome. So I think I figured out that kind of poppy grindy sound. The cross conveyor rollers aren't always stopping the pinwheel. I'm not sure if the magnetic clutch is no, you can't see anything. The magnetic clutch has a decent gap. You can see it, yeah. So my guess is we have a sticky switch, micro switch, cross conveyor. So we've locked our cross conveyor. Pinwheel stops. That's probably what derailed the belt. We had a third pin or even a fourth try to come in there. But that could also explain a few other things. So we just kind of off camera just removed the rubber boot on this micro switch. It was hanging up, keeping the plunger and the micro switch pressed down even though the rollers were up. We did try to make some adjustments on the indexing trip lever to see if we could achieve just the weight of the pin alone, and it kind of works sometimes and it kind of doesn't, but it's not exactly failing to index during normal operation, and it's not multiple indexing, but yeah, definitely some worn indexing linkage. There always becomes a point where you can no longer make the adjustment. It's just worn out and it needs to be replaced. The locking finger adjustment looks good. The interlock probe adjustment looks good. Gearbox clutch is shot. Worm shaft shot. At least the pinwheel's starting and stopping like it's supposed to now. So I haven't seen any indexing issues, so I think we're good here. So we're gonna jump off of this machine and we're gonna go all the way over here to its next door neighbor. And again, it's kind of the same info, at least what they're describing. It's kind of dark in here. So 17 5-pin turret, center chute, indexing issue, that checked out. We did find some other things along the way, right? 18, we don't know. So let's let's waste some more of our valuable time and resources in checking out a, I don't know why it was put out of service. Yeah, watch this. I'm gonna cycle the machine. Oh boy. 1-to-1 cover plate is loose. It's not supposed to do that. Oh my god. Yeah, the gasket's falling out. This thing is something else. Can't tell if that's cracked or no, it's just dirt. Holy cow. Well, I think in typical fashion, what we're going to do here is attempt to tighten everything we can reach, but that's still not gonna solve the problem, right? We might pump the brakes on this one. This one's probably gonna be a better candidate to just do a 1-to-1 swap on, because there's no bolt in that little well right there. Chances are it's broken off in the housing, just like we had down there a little while ago. We did that 1-to-1 swap over there. Well, to quote Kenny Rogers, you gotta know when to hold them and know when to fold them. And we're gonna fold on this one. Yeah, this is it's probably gonna be a bigger project than we can do on just a few hours on a Saturday, right? Yep, know when to walk away and when to run. We're gonna run away from that one for right now. Back onto lane number 25. We've been here 2 other times before with a complaint of indexing issues, and every time I look at it, I give it kind of a clean bill of health, and then they go, well, we had to stop on it, or you know, well, yeah, I mean, your machines are falling apart. What do you expect? Let's see what it does. It recycled. And it stopped at 90 degrees. This may not be an indexing issue at all. The gearbox clutch is stopping way too late. Yeah, check that out. That link. Our link rod should be lining up with the shaft, and we're at least an inch above it. So we have an issue with our gearbox clutch here. Oh yeah, check that out. Can you see the shiny in there? We have oil contamination on our gearbox clutch. Super duper. Wonder if they have any brake clean. We can blast it real quick. Yeah, now you can see it a little bit better. My guess is that we have a leaky worm shaft oil seal. Oh boy. We risk taking this clutch apart and discovering all of the other problems with it. You know, every single thing around here is often a can of worms. Well, let's see if we can clean it first. I mean, it's going to need to be cleaned either way. Whether we do a worm shaft oil seal on it or not, it's going to have to get cleaned. So let's start there. Well, lucky for them, I had a 3/4 of a can out in my vehicle. So I'm going to lay a towel down, and we're going to try and clean this as best we can. And hopefully that should resolve our issue. Allow me to rephrase that. That should solve our immediate issue with the gearbox clutch coasting past 0. I am going to need 2 hands for this, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to lift up on the clutch lever and open up our clutch sandwich so that our solvent can get to the friction material surface. So I'll bring you guys back in after I hose it down. Well, we've got her adequately hosed off in all the right spots, and we'll need to wait for this to dry for a few more minutes, and then we'll fire it up. Probably going to get a little fling off of this, you know, as gross and caked up as things were. Yeah, that's too bad. I believe they do have a worm shaft oil seal repair kit, so we may, I think, just out of an abundance of caution, and because we have time to do it, we're going to do a worm shaft oil seal kit. I may or may not try to get that on camera. Like I said earlier, I'm running out of storage space on my phone, so I can't get too detailed until I do a data dump on my phone. But you guys have seen a worm shaft and a clutch come out. We did one not that long ago. Actually, it was right there. Here. This one needs it too, but well, let's be frank here. Hi, my name's Frank. No, they probably all need it, right? Probably all need new clutches, or, you know, refurbished clutches and worm shaft oil seals and new belts, and to get cleaned and to go through and rebuild all of the turrets, you know. But I'm stalling for time here, really what I'm doing, waiting for this stuff to dry. But I'll shut up now and turn the camera off. We'll give it a couple minutes, and then we'll restart it, see what happens. So let's see what happens. Oh yeah, we're breaker's off. Hold on. Rear switch is off. Breaker on. Rear switch on. Getting brake clean flung into my eyes. Well, a little better, huh? A little better. Quiet. I think it still needs a little bit more dry time, but our gearbox clutch stopped the machine sooner, so that's really good. Restart our pin feed here. Out of the danger zone. Oh yeah, that's lovely, lovely. Perfect, perfect. Yep. We got a little problem here, don't we? Well, this is their main concern right now, is indexing from the number 5 turret center chute to the number 9. It's hanging up a little bit, and that can be caused by a few different things. One of the things, well, let's hop down there and take a closer look, shall we? So with machinery in this condition, it's almost never just one single thing, right? You have, oh, I'm stuck. You have a whole myriad of things that are working together not in your benefit. So this short turret belt, hold on, let me see if I can back the light up, and let's go on to high intensity here. This short turret belt's kind of shot. You can see how deep it's riding in the grooves here. If I can get in there, it's probably bottomed out in the pulley. So when that turret belt bottoms out in the pulley, you lose traction, right? Think of it, you've got a wedge shape and your belt rides in that wedge shape. When you get to the bottom of the V, it's flat. The belt can slip even more than intended, and you lose pull to index your turret. The other thing too that can happen sometimes is a bind in your long link here. Hold on. See if I can find a good spot for the flashlight without blinding myself, preferably. But a bind in the long link can actually prevent the turret from indexing right at this spot. We're not seeing that here. So their issue is going to be this short turret belt. So let's go see if we've got another one for this position, and we'll swap this out. I don't know if they have any new pulleys, but a new belt sure would help them. I'm gonna stick my finger in there, and yeah, I mean it's got some wear. It's not new, right? But a new belt might be all they need. So let's try that first. You know, I could spend 2 days just addressing particular issues on this one machine. But when I come in on Saturday, they've got 5, 6, 7, 8 machines to look at, and I don't have 8 hours to look at each one of those machines, right? So we're kind of in what I call triage mode, where we're addressing the immediate issue, and we find some stuff along the way, like a oil contaminated clutch that was causing another issue. We may not be able to get to that worm shaft oil seal today because we still have some more stuff on our list, but we can certainly, like we did before, we're going to put a bookmark in there, put a note in there, make sure that we realize we let somebody know, hey, we found some other stuff wrong here. We cleaned it for right now, but it certainly needs more work. So let's see if they have any short turret belts. We've got I don't know what these are. I went full Patrick Star there for a minute. This is Patrick. 12, 150, 113. What are our numbers here? This one is a -600, so it is intended for the stamped steel indexing cams. The -600 is a little bit longer, so we'll keep digging around here. Maybe we find the right one here. Maybe it's all the way down there in the workshop. We don't know yet. Well, they didn't have any new belts in the workshop, so we're gonna have to, I guess, work with what we've got and find the best solution for our immediate needs. This one appears to be some type of an automotive belt. And I don't know what the length is or how long it's been, how many decades it's been sitting on the wall, but I don't know, man. Let's give it a shot, huh? It certainly, you're sideways, hold on. It certainly appears that it's never been used, so definitely a lot of tension on this. Yeah, that was too much. If you have to really tighten that long turret belt tension spring, something else is wrong. More tension doesn't always equal great results. Yeah, look how shiny and glazed that belt is. Wow. Yep, she's cooked for sure. Can you see how much higher up in the pulley this new belt sits? This should really help our issue out. Well, I'm thinking about it. Let's take a peek in here real quick. We've got a cam follower bearing that urges your spider open to release. If that bearing gets rough or stiff, you'll have problems indexing in the same area. Please pay attention because this is kind of important. If you need more than an inch or two of spring tension to make your turret index properly, you have some other issues that need to be addressed. Yeah, she's got some pull. Wow. Positive index has been achieved. Yeah, look at that. Ah, Herculean. Now we have a different problem. Time delay gear rotated. I wonder. Let's take a look at that trip on the number 9. I wonder if it might have gone right over. Watch it again. Yeah. Hold on. Cut the breaker. Yeah, let me get some light. So our trip on the number 9 looks like, wow, my fingers, hold on. You see that? It went, my hand is on the lens. Now you're upside down, hold on. That's better. It went over the top. So we need to bend this trip down a little bit and then we'll be good to go. Like that. Can you see how it's more aligned now? It won't go over the top like we just saw. Let that belt slow down. Yeah, our long turret belt slowed down for just a sec. Yeah, this is good. Our long turret drive belt is a little slacked out right here. It was sliding, was slipping on this sheave a little bit. So what we can do, we can add like another half a turn or a full turn. We need just a little bit more tension because we're slipping right here just a tiny bit. I did one full turn on our belt tensioner spring, our adjustable length spring here. Yeah, that's better. That's better. She shouldn't slip anymore. Yeah, she's good. We've run it for about 10 minutes and everything looks amazing now, except for the sound coming from that pit conveyor. But we're not here for that today, are we? Nope, not today. Kenny Rogers, no one to hold him, no one to fool him. And I think right now it's time to run.